people say the grass is always greener on the other side. The lesson in relationships, and especially in marriage, is that we should not compare our situations nor our spouses with something or someone else. The challenge is to not only stop comparing, but to start caring more about our relationships and marriages and spouses. Because the truth is, the grass is always greener where you water it the most, where you fertilize it the most, where you care for it the most. Stop being so interested in the other side that you're not making any investments in your marriage. Stop looking on the other side so much that you're not loving your husband or your wife. We often do so much dreaming of things being better that we're not doing anything in our marriages to make them better. We spend so much time wondering what's going on the other side that we're not doing any work on our side. We're not watering our own grass. I could keep going with these. How much time do you spend blaming one another instead of being there for one another? Of course, the grass is greener on the other side. It's because we keep staring at other people's grass instead of sharing with the person who's on the same grass that we live on. We're looking on the other side while our grass is burning. Notice what the Bible says to husbands in Ephesians chapter 5. Starting in verse 25. Husbands, love your wives, just as Christ loved the church and gave himself up for her. You got it. Supposed to love and sacrifice for one another. Verse 26, notice the impact of the investment of a husband's love and sacrifice. To make her holy, cleansing her by the washing with water through the word, and to present her to himself as a radiant church, without stain or wrinkle or any other blemish, but holy and blameless. His love for the church impacts the church in the same way that a husband's love for his wife is supposed to impact her. In verse 28, he says, in the same way, husbands ought to love their wives as their own bodies. He who loves his wife loves himself. After all, no one ever hated their own body. They feed and care for their body, just as Christ does the church. You see clearly that husbands are supposed to love and sacrifice and care for their wives. And you also see how that love, that sacrifice, that care is like fertilizing and watering grass that's going to grow and benefit both of them. Add your own pairs like these to the comments. Here's the challenge. Give some thought to watering your own grass. Take some time, take some talk, take some touch, and take something and share it with your spouse. You can do this before Valentine's Day. You can do this after Valentine's Day. You can do it any day because you're not supposed to do it just one day. In fact, take 4 days this week and come up with a way to share time, talk, touch, and a thing with your spouse. Time might be doing something for them as much as you're doing something with them, planning a date. Talk might be saying something sweet. Write a love letter. Touch might be giving a back rub. Things might be a gift that you buy or a gift that you make. Take 1 day a week to do one of these things. And so that'll be 4 days out of the 7 days in a week where you can water your own grass. Please do something. Be creative and be caring when you do this. Let me know what you decide to do in the comments.